Yeah, I'm an adult. Sorry, I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Me. Me. I'm the one who puts out the content that's entertaining.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible. According to DSP, all the issues in his life are not his fault. He was put there because of his dirty, rotten detractors. His dirty, rotten detractors made him become an alcoholic, made him spend money on statues, made him blow money on gin, made him go on staycations where he just went to a hotel 30 minutes from his house. They forced him to move across the country and lease two BMWs, and then get a Toyota Camry and spend 6 years on it instead of just paying off in a year and save himself a ton of interest. Detractors did it all. They made him copyright strike Evil AJ for Is This How You Don't Play videos, and others. They made him be a toxic asshole to his friends to the point where they decided to stop being friends with him and cut him off completely. That's just not his fault. Like, the detractors forced him to say all those racist, bigoted things. If it weren't for the detractors, he would have gotten kicked off of Blip TV. He would have been allowed to be a Nazi exterminating the Jews. If it weren't for those dirty, rotten detractors. I discussed about this in a live stream before, so I'm going to put it on a video. There are many things that he could have done over the years that made him way bigger. One of those things is, when Evil AJ came out with This Is How You Don't Play, be like, this is annoying. When he came out with the second one, what he should have done is make a comment on the video like, wow, this is great. I'm glad that people are finding my character, Darkside Phil, so entertaining. And then everyone was like, wait, a character? Darkside Phil's a character? Well, yeah. Do you really think a regular gamer is going to be, oh, guys, how do I use rations? The game still hasn't told me. Of course not. The character Darkside Phil, he is a bumbling moron. I'm glad you guys are finding him so funny. That right there could have changed his entire existence. Of being, no, guys, Darkside Phil's a character. I, Philip Burnell, I'm nothing like that. I'm just playing up just a bumbling idiot who's never played video games before and acting like he can do nothing wrong. He can pick up a controller at any time and play at a professional level. It's a character, guys. Just, angry video game nerd. That's totally a character, guys, just like Darkside Phil. And a way to enforce that is back when he was so pointing the camera at the TV, so he was on camera. You get a game like, say, Final Fantasy 4 or 6, whichever one he said was his favorite, that he has a guide for. He didn't admit it at the time, but years later he admitted he had a guide for it. So you have the camera pointing at the TV, you have the guide in front of you. You're like, alright guys, I last played this game, 6, 7 years ago. It's been a while, but this is my favorite of Final Fantasies. And a lot of people agree with me, I know. So I'm going to show you guys, not Darkside Phil. That's right, this is not Darkside Phil playing Final Fantasy 6. This is me, Philip Burnell, playing Final Fantasy 6. To show you just how much I love this game and how good I actually am at video games. And not, Darkside Phil. He's a bumbling idiot, I know. He's got off of these games. So I'm going to watch, or I'm going to upload these videos so you can watch me play this game as myself, not my character. And then, of course, with the guide and being able to Google stuff or whatever on his phone at the time. Like, see, guys, I remember there's a secret weapon in this area. Oh. It might be for a character I'm not using, but I'm pretty sure there's a secret weapon in this area. You gotta go, like, here, fight this boss, and it should drop a secret weapon. I don't know who it's for. You know what? Doesn't matter. Let's go get that secret weapon if I remember how to do this pattern or puzzle correctly. With a guide in front of him, solves the puzzle, or beats the boss, gets a secret weapon, like, dang, guys, it's for a character I'm not even using. He's not in my party. But it doesn't matter. I just remember that there was a secret boss, and I know, hey, I guys got to see how to get to that secret boss. And then do that for the entire playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. Stay calm. No, if, you get a bad attack, they cast charm, and you don't have anti-charm on, be like, I forgot about the charm. I know that's Persona 3, but still, just follow with me here. Been like, I forgot about that. Guys, it's been like 6, 7 years since I last played this game, so I forgot about that. Oh no, just reload, put on this charm and anti-charm that, and alright, yay, beat the boss this time, because God, like I said, guys, 6, 7 years since I played this, but it's so good, isn't it? And then, when he gets to the very end, he beats the final boss, and I'll be like, see, guys? That's what it's like when I play it, not Darkside Phil. Can you imagine Darkside Phil playing this? He'd probably still be stuck in the tutorial, right? And then that way, in the future, like Persona 4, he got stuck on the named screen. He couldn't get past the fucking name. The name beat him. But after establishing that Darkseid Phil's a character, can you imagine how hilarious that would be? Like, guys, I made a Persona 4, this is how you don't play. I'm linking it down below. It's really funny. I mean, he spent like 10 minutes on me getting stuck in the naming screen. Isn't that hilarious? Like, can you imagine a gamer being so stupid they couldn't get past the naming screen? God. I thought I was going a little over the top there. Like, there's no way anyone's going to be laughing at this, but a lot of people said this is the funniest part of the playthrough that I did, was getting stuck on the Persona 4 game part. Or, guys, what do I name him? I want to name him Phil, but it won't let me. Guys, I'm pressing enter. What's going on? Help! Yep, see, guys, wasn't that hilarious? God, I'm glad they spent 10 minutes featuring that part, and this is how you don't play, because it's... Like, I was just trying to go over the top here, thinking no one's going to believe it was this stupid. But you know what? Darkseid Phil is, right? Please think that this was character Darkseid Phil, not me just being that fucking stupid I couldn't get past the naming screen. If he had established that early on, especially with this is how you don't plays, and not going after Evil AJ, not attacked him, not strike down his videos, and being like, oh god, yeah, these are great compilations of my character Darkseid Phil. Just taking the funniest parts of him and putting it together for people. Hey, Evil AJ, if you want, I could put it up on my channel. You put up Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, whatever, and then a year later, I can put it up on my channel. Because on my channel, establishing that as a character, establishing that he's not that asshole, even though he is, but again, establishing that, no, Darkseid Phil did that, not me. I would never do anything like that, guys, but Darkseid Phil, that idiot, of course he would blame fucking Kojima. He's a cocksucker for, expecting you to go after a sniper with a sniper rifle, not a shotgun. If he had done that, he'd probably 350, 400, 500,000 subs easily. Especially since he started off at the birth of YouTube. He was there at almost the damn near beginning. At first there was the Big Bang. Next day, there was Darkseid Phil. And yet he never capitalized on it. One of those reasons is because he's a gigantic fucking asshole that insults anyone that comes across him. But if he establishes Darkseid Phil as a character, just like Angry Video Game Nerd is a character, and not him, then people go, oh yeah, guys, Darkseid Phil called me a piece of shit for telling him that when the game says you use the red potion to get past this puzzle, that you should use the red potion and not bitch at the game that tell him what to do. Because I didn't realize it was just a character. Then I saw the Evil AJ's Persona 4, this is how you don't play, and I saw his top comment that got pinned by Evil AJ, like, OMG, I'm so glad my character, Darkseid Phil, makes everyone laugh this much. Oh, wait, that's a character? Even though it's not, he's just an asshole. But imagine the world thought Darkseid Phil was just a character. Darkseid Phil was separate from Philip Burnell. Darkseid Phil was a piece of shit. Darkseid Phil was a bumbling idiot who got defeated by the Persona 4 naming screen. He got defeated by, how do I use rations? The game still hasn't told me. He got defeated by the Charm Salt. And not Philip Burnell. If you want to see Philip Burnell play a game, you watch his Final Fantasy VI playthrough. He's amazing at it. Yeah, he didn't speedrun it, but he beat it a lot faster than anyone else usually does on their first playthrough. Because he played it before, 6-7 years ago, so you remember some things, and remember everything. It was incredible watching him, beat these puzzles and these bosses and figure out where the secrets were. It was great to watch. And this is how calm he was, and when he lost to a boss, be like, oh, I forgot about that skill. There's a way to beat that. It's like, I just forgot to put this armor on that beats that skill that the boss uses so he can't kill me. It was amazing to watch. So great, just like how much of a difference there is between Philip Burnell and Darkseid Phil. If he had done that from the very beginning, established Darkseid Phil as a character and not him, he would have been way bigger. Because people like a character. Like, you deal with Dr. House in real life, you're shooting him. Which actually happens in the show a couple times. But the character, people love the character Dr. House. People watch or I know it's just called House, but they watch that show and they think he's hilarious. They love the character. But they know that it's just a character, the actor who plays him, isn't actually like that. Usually, I know sometimes actors aren't acting when they're acting like that in a show, but the actual actor, Fry Laurie, isn't like that in real life. And yet people still love House. And so again, DSP establishes that Darkseid Phil is a character. He does way better, I feel. He establishes that, guys, I can't believe the naming screen beat me. This game is bullshit. The game developer should die in a fire. Ack, ack, ack. And then posting the comments on that video, or Evil AJ's, this is how you don't play compilation of that game. Oh, God. I thought I was going a little bit overboard. Like, I can't believe I said that, but I was just trying to think, what would Darkseid Phil say in that situation? What would Darkseid Phil say to developers for making a game, naming system that stupid? Ack, 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 right, guys? He'd be way bigger. People are like, oh, God, Darkseid Phil's hilarious. He's not an asshole in real life, but the character is. He could have done way better. Attracted way more fans. Had way more subs. Way more views. Which ties into my next point. Machinima. He repeatedly would go, guys, Machinima wants me to do something. I don't want to do it, so I told him to fuck off. I ain't doing that. Now, he's a lot bigger at this point because he's established that Darkseid Phil is a character, not him. And so, Machinima, maybe they pay him a little bit extra. Just because he's already bigger than what he was before. And then, when Machinima's like, hey, we're going to send you to E3. We want you to go to this rooftop party. And how, hey, get these wristbands on. They let you cut to the front of the line. Now, in real life, he refused to go to the rooftop party. And he didn't listen to them. Like, they sent email, whatever, or the liaison, whatever they're pronounced, told him, like, hey, you know, with this wristband, it says you're from Machinima, you get to cut in line. But he didn't listen. He didn't read the email. He didn't listen to the liaison. Like, he didn't pay attention. And so he didn't fucking know until the final day of E3 that because he was with Machinima, he could cut to the front of the line. God, he even said in the one video, like, guys, if I had known that, I could have gotten 4 or 5 more developers to have me come on and play their demos. But I didn't know, guys. I didn't read the email, Snort. It's not my fault I didn't read the email. They should have had in big bold letters at the top instead of, down in the middle somewhere, guys. It's bullshit. Now imagine he reads the email, or he listens to the Machinima liaison that was there to help him out and all that. Imagine he listens to him. And he gets to go to a bunch of different developers. And he goes to the rooftop party. Was the rooftop party any good? Probably not. But he goes because Machinima told him to. He takes some pictures. He talks about how cool the rooftop party was and hanging out with fellow content creators and how happy he was that Machinima sent him. Machinima is happier with him because he did what they fucking told him to do. Now, another thing that they would tell him over the years is like, hey, play this game. I don't want to play that game, Snort. I'm not playing it. But they would also give him, say, Fallout 4 early. So let's say from the very beginning, like, hey, DSP, this game's coming out. We want you to play it to help promote it. I mean, it doesn't really fit my style. I'm already in the middle of another game, but I'll try to rush through that game, and I'll get to that game as soon as I can. Don't worry, guys. I'll do it. So, he finishes Fallout 3 or the Saboteur or whatever he's playing at the time, and then he plays the next game that they gave him. Alright, maybe it's not a great game. Maybe it doesn't fit his style. But since he finished the other game first, there's guides for it now. So he reads the guides and he's able to get through it as best as he can, even though he's still going to bumble through because he's a fucking moron. But he gets through the game. And you know what? Because now he's got 350,000 subs, and then 10,000 people buy that game that he played that wouldn't have before because they would have been subbed to him, he wouldn't have played it, blah, blah, blah. Well, hey, that developer sure does like the fact that we were able to get them a bunch more sales because they went through us. Huh, they're working on a year later, they're working on a sequel. They're wondering if any of our creators would like to play the sequel a month early. Hey, DSP, they worked out the kinks, this is going to be way better of a game. And since you helped him out so much last time, we picked you to be the one. Especially since some of the creators, they said no. They told us to pound sand, they weren't playing that game. But you said yes. So we're going to give you this game a month early. You're going to be out there a month early. And they worked out all the kinks. From the first one, though, they went, well, people like this, people hated that. So we're going to improve this, we're going to get rid of that. Oh, wow, this game's actually pretty damn good. I get to play it a month before it came out. So I get all these, not just day one views, I get negative 30-day views. I'm 30 days before the game's supposed to come out. I already got the game beaten within 5 days. Games beat, I'm getting all these views on my channel. And that game company is so happy because their pre-orders went up by 16,000 because of me. Then, of course, Machinima's happier with him. When it comes to redo contracts, well, gee, he has more subs, he has more views, he's doing what the fuck they tell him to do, and so they like him more. And so instead of cutting his pay, maybe they keep it the same, or maybe they even increase it. But even they just kept it exactly the same, he's still making all that fucking money. He's not making more. His best year was over $300,000 with Machinima. Imagine his best year was $500,000 with Machinima. And when the adpocalypse happened, he gets home like, hey guys, what the fuck's going on? Like, my ad revenue's way down. What's going on? This is pretty bad, guys. Oh, don't worry. We got people working on it. We're doing this. We're doing that. All right. I'll just keep putting out videos till you guys get this fixed. Thanks for letting me know that you're working on it. And then he just went on with life. Or during the false copyright strikes, where he deleted a bunch of videos, even though no one told him to. He could have put out a special video. Hey guys, I'm getting these false copyright strikes that are clearly false. Machinima's working with a YouTuber about it, so hopefully, a couple more days we'll get it figured out, and I'll be back, same as ever. But until that gets through, I'm gonna have to just sit on it, and hopefully it all gets worked out. Well, gee, he doesn't delete millions of views. He doesn't get knocked out of the algorithm and all that. And of course, because he's not constantly bitching at YouTube and Machinima, they like him more. Because like, hey, what the fuck's going on? Well, don't worry, we'll fix it. They get it fixed for him. And then when Adpocalypse happens, instead of pissing them off and, well, fuck you guys, you can't fire me, I quit. They work things out. They keep him on. He keeps making a lot of fucking money. He doesn't have to deal with Latveria Media. He doesn't have to deal with Curse. He remains a partner, so he's got protection from copyright strikes from game companies or false ones from pissed off fans. He's got all that helping him. He's got the backing of Machinima behind him for however many more years. Even if it's only for like another 2 years, he has Machinima backing him. And then Machinima goes to shit, things go sideways. And sorry, DSP, we can't renew your contract this year because we're fucked ourselves. But we put in some good word with like Curse and this company and that company. So hopefully, if you get a hold of one of them, you research which one you like, and whichever one you like best, maybe they'll get you on really quick because we put in a good word for you. You've played games when else wanted to. You've gone to the rooftop parties when other content creators said they weren't doing it because it looked lame. You were doing this, you were doing that. You put in the ads that we told you to. You promoted us, and you promoted our specials and all that. We really like you, so we want to help you out as we're going under. Fuck. So he walks into another partner program. All the protection that Machinima gave him. And he continues making a fuck ton of money. Now, that goes into the next part. Fuck BMWs. Fuck moving to Washington. Fuck all that. You don't get a BMW. Whatever car you have, you hang on to. And when you're doing Project 7, since you're making so much more fucking money, your best year's now $500,000. Your worst year's $300,000. Fuck, you paid off that condo in 5 years. Yeah, that Connecticut condo paid off in 5 years from all that extra money you were making. And so when Respect to Pack and you guys working on Project 7, be like, "Hi guys, you guys are doing a lot of work. You guys are having to drive out here. The Project 7 videos themselves are doing alright, but they're not doing great. And I bought a lot of props, which kind of sucks on my end. But you know what? What do you guys want? Well, I mean, no, the shout out has been helping us because, again, since he's established that Darkside Phil is a character, not him. So when he's an asshole as Darkside Phil or he's telling developers to die in a fire, people laugh because it's the character saying that, not him. So, the Project 7 videos are doing better. And you know what? Maybe Machinima or whatever program he goes into after them help promote it. And so it gets more views. So it does make enough money to be like, hey guys, hey Respect the Pack, here's $200 per member. Hey Howard, here's $200. Hey Rambo, here's $200. You know what, guys? When we get done wrapping up this episode, let's go out to eat. On me. Imagine they go out to eat and he pays for their food and drinks. I had to pay him $200 a piece. Even if, alright, well, let's see, that last Project 7 video made this much and I spent this much on taking him out to dinner and paying him, like, fuck, I lost like $300. Oh, wait a minute. This video that I just put out 2 days ago got 180,000 views in 48 hours. It more than pays for all that. So you know what? I don't care. Respect to Pack's happy, Howard's happy, Rambo's happy, Machinima's happy with me. And so you know what? If it costs me $300 per episode for them to come out here and I pay them and they do all this work and then we go out to eat and I pay for it, you know what? It's fucking worth it. My friends are happy. I'm making friends with these guys. Other content creators are watching going, oh hey, that's really funny. And they promote me, so you know what? Maybe the first week or two, alright, yeah, that episode isn't making enough money to pay what I spent on it. But you know what? After 2-3 more months, maybe it does. Especially if, oh wow, this content creator is a partner of Machinima. He reacted to the episode. And he's actually, over 1 million subs. Like, holy shit, he's one of the top guys in Machinima. He has over 1 million subs. He watched the video, and he told his fans to come check out my channel. Suddenly, I got 10 million views between my different videos. All my different videos and Project 7, it's all spread out. I got an extra 10 million views this month because of that guy. Oh, gee, I think that pays for the extra $300 you spent per episode. But again, this all hinges on him establishing Darkside Phil as a character, not him, and making Machinima happy, so he's getting paid more anyways. And again, Machinima will be like, hey, you're a top guy. One of our other content creators is doing this Project 7. It's actually pretty funny. So, if you could, watch it. React to it. To the first episode, then, link it down below. Link to episode 2, whatever. It's out by then. Send your fans over there. Wow, guys. I went from 512,000 subs to 750,000 subs in just a week. And I've gotten over 10 million views across my channel during that week because that person sent his fans over here. And they thought my content was pretty funny. They think Darkside Phil is hilarious. And, let's say again, he paid off that Can I Get Condo in 5 years because he's just making so much fucking money. So even if he is buying statues and props for Project 7, and he is buying Total Wine booze, the condo's paid off. There's no more mortgage payment. And so even if he does decide to move to Washington, he can just sell the fucker. But he doesn't move. He does not move to Washington. He stays. That bitch is paid off. And of course, since Respect to Pact and Howard and Rambo like him, it's like, I can't leave all my friends. I mean, sure, it'd be nice to move to Seattle. I mean, come on, Seattle is popping. But I can't leave my friends and family behind. And do I really expect Panda Lee to leave her family behind? Her family all live in Pennsylvania. Can I really expect her to leave her family behind? I can't do that. I'm staying in Connecticut. Well, gee. There's literally years of Washington mortgage, Washington property taxes, Washington HOA fees, Washington business taxes. And of course, the guys spent like $10,000 moving, guys. Spent like $10,000 moving. Well, gee, he doesn't spend $10,000 moving. All that money is there. Instead, he's Darkside Phil, the piece of shit that everyone knows and hates. Just think, he could have had 1 million subs eventually, and Machinima could have been happy, paying him way more money. Even if it was the same rate that he started off with, never having it cut. He gets more subs, more views at the same rate that he was making at the very beginning instead of getting it cut. That's way more fucking money. And who knows? Maybe because he is hanging out with Rambo and Howard and Respect to Pact and other content creators, he doesn't have time to play gotcha. He can't sit there and be playing WWE Supercard and Final Fantasy Estivus and Twin Alliance and Dokkan Battle. He doesn't have time for that. He's too busy with his fiancee, Panda Lee, getting ready for their wedding. It's going to be a small church, her family, his family, Rambo and all that. Rambo's going to be his best man. They're going to go out to Vegas to have a good bachelor party. But that's no pennies compared to moving to Washington. And he marries Panda. And they settle down in the condo. And he lives a happy life. And sure, he lost Machinima. And he had to go over to Curse. Or whatever partner program that would take him. Again, as a much bigger content creator that made Machinima happy and gets lots of recommendations from Machinima when they went under. Instead, well, we all know what he's doing now. And who knows? Maybe if he was happier in his life, he wouldn't masturbate in front of children on May 1st, 2016. Just saying. There would still be memes. There would still be trolls. There would still be detractors, I'm sure. But they wouldn't have the impact that they do now. People will troll just about anyone. But if you don't give them ammunition, what are they going to shoot you with? If it's just, guys, his Dark Side Phil character is so annoying. Well, yeah, dude, it's a character. Did you not watch his Final Fantasy VI playthrough? It was really good. And of course, knowing the future, like, alright, guys, for my 10-year anniversary, I took the top 3 This Is How You Don't plays, and I'm going to have you guys vote on which one you want me, Philip Burnell, to play. I'll show you what it looks like when I played a game, not Dark Side Phil. Alright, guys, Metal Gear Solid 2 won. So we're going to watch me, Philip Burnell, play Metal Gear Solid 2 and see how much better I do. And of course, at that point, have a guide in front of you. And guys, since that was a camera pointed at the TV, I'm going to not have my webcam on. I'm going to have all this stuff on the borders. It's going to be just like before, although I won't be using the camera because that's terrible quality. I want you guys to have good quality for this video. So it'll still be through the capture card, but I'm not going to be on webcam. I'm not going to have all this shit on the screen. It's going to be just like old times. So that way you can sit there with a guide in front of you. Your phone open, Google ready to go when you get stuck on something or whatever. And of course, you watch someone else play the game through. So you can see what they do and how they beat the game. And it's like, wow guys, look at that. First time I played this game, I had 72 deaths. This time I only had 9. See what happens when a real gamer like Philip Burnell plays instead of Darkside Phil, that bumbling moron. Ack. Isn't that hilarious? He could have been so much more, but his fucking ego. It's all comes down to his ego. His ego is fucking massive. For him, it's gluttony, followed by pride, followed by greed, in my opinion. Because, mind you, gluttony is not just food. It's consuming too much of anything. He just has to consume. And there are things he could do that help him gain more money, but his pride gets in the way. And so that's why it goes gluttony, then pride, then greed. It's like, well, why is he greedy? Because he needs to feed his addictions. He needs to feed his gluttony. He needs to feed his want for more. More statues, more toys, more video game posters, more gacha spending. Like, that's why he's so greedy. Because he has to consume more. More. I don't want to be Mr. More, but he is. And the one thing getting in the way of that is his pride. When Evil AJ made This Is How You Don't Play, it hurt his pride so much. He could have taken it on the chin and come out after the second one and be like, wow, guys, I just discovered this. These are hilarious. I'm glad my character, Dark Side Phil, makes so many people laugh. You do that from the very beginning. Throw away your ego. Take your ego, throw it in the trash, and laugh at yourself. Laugh at the memes. Promote the memes. You do that, you're in a much bigger and better place, DSP. Even if you did move to Washington, you had the Connecticut condo paid off. So when you moved to Washington, you sold it for 60 grand. Guys, I paid 130. I could only sell for 60 grand. It really sucks, doesn't it? But that's the economy, am I right? Gah, They really fucked up the economy, didn't they, guys? But then you get to play on the sympathy of, yeah, guys, I lost a lot of money in that condo. But then you got to sell it. So no more mortgage payments, no more HOA fees, no more utility fees going towards it. It's out of your hair. And you got $60,000 sitting in your lap. So even if you did do the BMW things, but you know what? Respect to Pack and Howard, they won't be mad because you're already paying them. They were mad at you showing up in a BMW because you told them you didn't have any fucking money to pay them. But you did pay them, and you did take them out to eat after every time you guys got done recording an episode. Took them out to eat for drinks and all that. You paid for it. So they don't care that you showed up in a BMW. So go ahead, get the BMW. Go across the country. You move in, and you say, no, I don't need a BMW. Fuck, I'm just going to go to the Toyota Corolla. Oh, hey, my last check from Machinima from last month was $37,000. Because again, he's a much bigger content creator at this point now. Because he didn't fuck everything up. So I guess I'll see what they got. Wow, this Toyota Corolla is only $23,000. I got $37,000. Hey, Mr. Dealer. I got cash. 20 grand. Sell me that car. Guess what? They probably do. Because there's no banks to worry about. They don't have to be worried about anything else. The car is sold. It is done. It is off the fucking lot. You know what? Let's say they can't do 20 grand. Oh, well, I mean, I could maybe let you negotiate it down to $22,000 after fees and taxes, but I can't do 20 grand after fees and taxes. That's too much of a cut. All right, fine. 22 grand after fees and taxes. But you know what? Throw in a 10-year warranty and all that and free oil changes like I had in my BMW. You know what? 22 grand, straight cash off the lot. Yeah, all right, we'll write it up. You get the 10-year warranty. You get free oil changes for life. You're good to go. And yet, yeah, actually, he could have done that right off the rip anyways because he was making so much fucking money back then. But he spent it all on stupid shit. God, this video is long enough. I talked about this on a live stream and I just thought I'd talk about it in a separate video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.